So you're thinking of moving to the Georgetown neighborhood of Washington, DC. This video, I'm going to take you around Georgetown, show you a few different properties across all price points. You can find something in your range. I'm going to go starting at one-bedroom condos at $370 all the way up to kind of a mansion at $8 million in the neighborhood. We'll show you where you live, eat, play. Like this Georgetown Waterfront here, which is absolutely beautiful today. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything there is to know about eating, sleeping, working, playing, living in Washington, D.C., please like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell below so you can be first to know the current market in D.C. My name is James Reed, and I get calls and emails every day from people just like you looking to make the move to D.C. Whether it's today or in the future, feel free to shoot us a text, give us a call, send us an email, or schedule a Zoom below, and we'll get that conversation started. As I mentioned, we're in beautiful Georgetown. We're going to show you Waterfront, M Street, go through a few different neighborhoods, and if you stay all the way to the end, you'll get a market report for the current state of the market in Georgetown, DC. All right, guys, we are in our entry-level price point into Georgetown. We are in the East Village section. We are right by, you can see it over here, right by the bridge that will connect you over towards DuPont, Embassy Row, that section of town. Now, in this building, currently on the market, there are 3 one-bed, one-bath condos. They range from $370,000 to about $400,000. Their square footage ranges from 700 to 1,000 square feet. There's also a 2-bed, 2-bath on the market. It's about 1,200 square feet and going for about $560,000. They've all been on the market anywhere between 30 and 120 days. It's not unusual for condos to sit a little bit, especially this time of year. Also, certainly other higher priced properties in the area, but this is going to be your entry level into Georgetown if you're purchasing. It is a busy stretch of the road right off of Q Street here. Now, this building does have some amenities to it. It does have parking, which is a big deal. You can also rent out parking from another owner. It goes about $200 a month. You share laundry. Fortunately, you have a rooftop. See the busy road. We are not in rush hour. This is just middle of the day. But it is quite nice here. You've got brick-lined sidewalks. You've got adjacent properties that have street-level parking. Maybe you can rent parking over here for about $160 a month. But instead of being in a garage, you are going to be on exposed to the elements. But yeah, this is what you're going to get as an entry point to Georgetown. But it might not sound affordable, but it is quite affordable compared to the rest of Georgetown and the other properties we're going to go to next. All right, guys, we're on the next property. This one's a bit closer to the median of the neighborhood. This one's listed at $1.275. It was reduced from $1.295. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath, federal-style row home. You can see a very busy street. You've got brick-lined sidewalks. It's actually a one-way here. Fortunately, there's no parking with this property, so you're gonna be stuck to the street, finding a garage. This one is renovated. It does have a manicured garden in the back with some hardscaping, so you can enjoy the life. And then if you go just a couple blocks south, this is a one-way, go down the street, you'll be right in the middle of Georgetown off of M Street, with all the shops, restaurants, nightlife, all those amenities within just a couple minutes walking. So I would certainly plan on walking a lot if you live here, especially in this neighborhood. But as you can see, there are tons and tons of cars. All right, guys, we've got a bonus property here. This one I'd like to show you at least the top end of the neighborhood, and this one certainly is currently on the market. This is the highest value or price property that is in Georgetown. This one comes in at a cool $8 million. It was listed at 8.5. You don't have to worry about parking here, though. You do have your own private garage. The front entrance is quite hidden. You actually have to come in through the back. We'll walk around to the other cobblestone street where it's at. But it's certainly an impressive property. 6 beds, 6.5 baths, over 6,000 square feet. And not only do you have your own private oasis of a backyard, you have your own portico, which I'll have to show you some photos of. It is quite the dream property. And scroll away. People certainly have your privacy here where you're in the middle of town. You gotta enter through your own little shared alleyway. You come back up off the main strip here. See, there's another neighbor who's got their own your own garage. And then now we're gonna hit the street parking here. At least the street itself. Coming around, real busy stretch here. Here, see, just beautiful, mature trees, brick sidewalks, cobblestone streets. Certainly, if you can afford a property like this, you don't have to worry about parking, but probably have your own driver. Quite exquisite, and that is representative of the highest currently priced property on the market. All right, guys, we're at our last property of the day. This one was listed at about 2.2. Now it's at 2 million. It's about 1,500 square foot property, 4-bed, 3.5 bath, fully renovated. There's no parking, unfortunately, so you're gonna have to find it somewhere else, either on the street right in front or a garage. Maybe you have a driver. Maybe you Uber everywhere. It's a really nice hardscape backyard. You are, let's see here, you're a block away from all the things in Georgetown. You're right off of M Street. You can walk to it here in under a minute. And this street, you've got all these old federal style townhouses, which is predominant style in Georgetown. It's really nice this time of year. Thankfully, we're not in the dead of summer. We're walking over here. You can hear some regular road noise. It's not going to be too rowdy in this part of town. Let's see here. 33rd. You walk down this street, go through the blocks, and all the things. You have your Georgetown cupcakes, all the restaurants. All right, guys, I'm back in the office now. I hope you enjoyed that tour of Georgetown. It is absolutely beautiful this time of year, especially when you can go out and enjoy the weather at all times of day. It's pretty active this time of year as well. And if you stick to the end, we do have a tour of the neighborhood, of driving around, so you can see a few more of the properties, as well as Wisconsin, M Street, and the waterfront. You can see all that firsthand and see what kind of the life is like there. Now, going to the current market in Georgetown, there are 61 homes on the market, which is not unusual at all for this time of year. It's right in line with historical norms. So going back to 2019, that's right where it was at. 2020 was a little bit higher, but if you remember, there was a few things going on then, so inventory was higher. There was just less activity in town. Now, of the properties on the market, about half are condos, half are townhouses, and then there's one single family home that is on the market. It's about 3.1 million. It's kind of a unique single family home. It's not the traditional one you're probably used to seeing if you're not used to a really dense environment. There's a stamp of a yard, hardscaping in the back. You do have a private garage, which is unique for Georgetown. But if you want more info about that property, feel free to give me send an email, shoot me a text, give me a phone call, or even scheduling a Zoom. I'm happy to talk to you more about that property. Now, with the condos, the condo range in Georgetown, it's a little higher than other parts of town, as you might expect. It starts at $349 for a 1-bedroom right now, going all the way up to, if you can believe it, $5.8 million for a 3-bedroom luxury condo on the waterfront. It has panoramic views of the Potomac. You can see the Kennedy Center. You can easily skip over to M Street in Wisconsin. And you can also take the Key Bridge right over to Reagan if you have to get a quick flight out of town. Super convenient to all the things, but don't be thrown off. There's not that many super high-end condos. The median condo price in Georgetown currently is at $910,000, which is in line with what that neighborhood norms are at this point. Now, the townhouses, those range a little bit higher. Those start around $725,000 for a townhouse, going all the way up to $8 million, which is what we saw. Thankfully in person, that one's a little bit hidden away. It's got a private 2-car garage, as well as a portico in the back, and all the bells and whistles on the inside you would expect to have at a property at that point. And if you are interested in that one, absolutely reach out to me. We can get a private showing arranged for you. But the median townhouse price in Georgetown currently is at $2.25 million, so 2.25, which is in line with where it's been in the past. And thinking about the context of that neighborhood, what's my competition, how much inventory is there? If you look at how we define inventory in the market, what we do is we look at the number of contracts created in the last month, and then we divide that number over the amount of properties that are currently on the market, and that's how we get to the months on the market, or months of the effective months of inventory on the market. So currently there's about 6 months of inventory on the market, which fits the historical norms for Georgetown, even going back to 2019, even 2021. Even if you're thinking, okay, well, what's in the spring when it's super busy? It's about 4 months there. Even then, it's still kind of a buyer's market. And you usually see that in the luxury above 2 million, you'll see a longer time of inventory. So don't be thrown off by that. There is some competition still for it. About half of the transactions in Georgetown are done in cash. The rest are financed. So you have a equal footing there if you're looking to finance a property. In terms of contingencies and things like that, we aren't seeing too many of them. About 1 in 5 has some form of contingency right now, but that's usually you don't see that as much with a higher end neighborhood like that, because a lot of times when it's a super high price, a buyer's just going to do what they want to do on the inside anyway, so they're not as concerned about a leaky floorboard or a washer dryer appliance that's not working. They're gonna put in what they want anyways, so that's just not part of the deal. In terms of the pricing, the competitive pricing though, about half the deals currently are closing under their list price. So there is room for negotiation there in Georgetown for sure. You're not necessarily having to pay sticker price like you were a year ago or go above. We're not seeing nearly as many multiple offers or super competitive bidding where you just kind of hope and pray. It's definitely much more of a conversation and a little bit slower pace for the contracts right now. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If there's anything else you were looking to see, what you think of the neighborhood. Feel free to, or as always, like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in DC. And I hope to see you around town.